What's up, y'all? Schildhouse here. Welcome back to the NASCAR Thunder 04 career. We are in the off season. We just finished up Season 2, and before we jump into Season 3, I want to take a look back at everything that happened. There was a lot that happened, actually, this season. We went on an absolute tear, winning pole position like 19 times, I think. We'll see here in a sec, but a lot of good finishes, a lot of bad finishes, but I'm really curious to see just how much progress we made as a team from Season 1 to Season 2. I know it was a pretty big step up, but until you look at the numbers, you really never know for sure. I want to see how our competition did, some of the statistical leaders and other categories, and then kick off the next season, see if we get any retirements or what other things may happen. And we'll also take a look at the team, what the pit crew looks like, who the builders are, all that, so you get a sense for who our team is for Season 3. But that's really what this episode's going to be all about. I have no idea how long it's going to be. Could be shorter than usual, could be as long as it usually is, but I want to take our time, look at this stuff, and have some fun. So hopefully you're ready for that. As you can see, our car is primer gray. Got to work on a new paint scheme to kick off Season 3 at Daytona. And I think we'll do that at the end of this episode. So let's dive into it and see what kind of stats we can find. I guess the best place to start is the point standings, right? It was Tony Stewart who did take home the championship, and he beat Kevin Harvick to do it by 130 points. Ricky Rudd tumbles to third after leading the points for so much of the season. It just really fell apart over the last 10 races or so. Stewart went on an absolute tear, and that's the difference. So it was Jeff Gordon who won the championship in Season 1. Tony Stewart wins the championship in Season 2. Dale Jr. finishes 4th. Dale Jarrett in 5th. Ryan Newman, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, and Jimmy Johnson rounds out the top 10. Let's see who else finished where. Got Kenseth in 11th. Hell yeah, Matt. Way to go. It's one of our biggest rivals throughout the season. But he got 11th points, so I'm happy to see that. Sterling, Jeff, Jamie McMurray. You'll see the rest of them here as I scroll. And our goal coming into Season 2 was to finish in the top 30 in points. And we did exactly that. Not by much over Jeff Green. Not by much. But we did it. We were 41st in the points last season, or in Season 1. 30th this season. That's a big jump up in the points. Like, that's huge. And we'll break it down a little bit further just to see, but that's so cool. So we get 30th. We beat guys like Jeff Green, Kenny Wallace, Kyle Petty, Schrader, Barrett, Biffle, Hermie, Casey, Brett, Christian, Chase Montgomery, Jack Sprague, Kevin Grubb, and David Green. These two were not full-time drivers, I guess. They didn't make every race, but man, we were back here with these guys last year in Season 1. What a turnaround. It's huge. Let's look at the season-over-season comparison for us then. And I mean, your eye immediately goes to this, right? 19 poles. More than half of the races we started on pole position. It's a weird way to say it. You don't really say pole position in stock car racing, but it is the F1 season opener tomorrow. I'm recording this Saturday night. The Xfinity and truck races at Atlanta just took place today, and they were, they were something. I don't know what they were, but they were something. But yeah, 19 poles after only getting 3 in our rookie year, which still was really good, I felt. But 19, that is absolutely insane. No wins. We came close a couple of times, I think. Maybe not close, but we were around. But we did get 3 top 5s. That was huge. 3 top 5s. One of them was at Darlington on pure pace. 4th in the Daytona 500. 4th at Talladega at the start of the season. And then 4th at Darlington. So we never cracked a podium spot. Again, more F1 references. But yeah, 3 top 5s was a big improvement after not getting any in our rookie season. 6 top 10s compared to 1 in our rookie season. Our average start was 8.3, which with 19 poles is not a huge surprise. That's, again, a huge improvement over 21.8 in our first year. Average finish. This is a big one. Our average finish was 36th our rookie year. We DNF'd so many times. But our average finish actually jumped up to 27.5. Now, That's still not great, but it takes that average start and you factor in all the DNFs we had. 27.5, we got to do better than that. That much is for sure, but that's still pretty good. It's a good improvement. Again, it's all about improvement. That's a big improvement. And finally, you can see our best finish was 4th. We did that 3 times. We accumulated nearly 1,000 more points this year than we did in Season 1, and that's the end result. 30th in the standings instead of 41st. So we keep cranking up this average finish, and that's what we're going to have to do. That's the goal for year 3, top 20 in points. Every year we're going to jump up by 10. So 41st, then 30th, now 20th. That's the goal. But we got to cut down on DNFs, and we got to get more top 10s if we're going to do it. We take a little bit deeper dive into the stats. You say, well, who the hell else won pole that year? Stewart got 7, so we had 12 more than the next closest driver. Newman, Gordon, Rusty, Kenny, Sterling, Harvick, Bill Elliott, and Dale Jr. all won pole. Not going to be a very big field in the Bud Shootout, I don't think. In the wins department, Tony Stewart led the way with 8 wins en route to his championship. Dale Jarrett had 6. Harvick, Newman, Dale Jr., Mark Martin, Ward Burton. Ricky Rudd only had 1. I mean, you want to talk about the difference in a championship. Ricky Rudd had 1 win compared to Tony Stewart's 8. If he gets a couple more wins, he wins that championship. That's absolutely insane. Joe Nemechek got a win. Terry Labonte, Jimmy Johnson, David Green got a win. Jeff Gordon only had 1 win after winning the championship the year before. Ricky Craven got a win. Jeff Burton. So, interesting host of drivers. But again, some of these, like David Green and Ward Burton getting 2 wins, you know, those are the DNF scrambled results. But it is what it is. 16 top 5s for Tony Stewart. 15, 19 for Harvick. That's a lot. How many did Rudd have? Rudd had 11. So 1 win, 11 top 5s for Rudd, compared to 8 wins, 16 top 5s for Tony Stewart. 26 top 10s for Tony Stewart. How many did Rudd have? 23. So I guess Rudd had more finishes closer to 11th to 20th when he wasn't in the top 10 than Stewart. I'm trying to figure out how with 8 wins it wasn't a bigger runaway for Stewart. When it comes to average start, nobody was better than me except Tony Stewart. He had an average start of 6.1. That's pretty damn good considering I won half the poles, but there were plenty of races where I didn't start even close to that, so I guess that's why that worked out. Average finish, yeah, I wasn't up there. Tony Stewart, best average finish, barely edging Ricky Rudd. But if we sort by average finish, compared to average start, I'm way out to lunch with my 27.5 compared to the rest of these guys. If we look at laps led, Tony Stewart led more laps than anybody else, so that's a lot of bonus points for him as well. Dale Jr., Jarrett, Harvick, Newman. Where's Rudd on here? Rudd only led 85 laps compared to 554. Again, just another place where Rudd lost out on so many bonus points. If he wins a couple more races and leads some more laps and more races, he's got this championship locked up. I mean, my God. That's just, wow. Top speed of the season goes to Dale Jarrett, 210. Damn. Where were we? We had to be pretty close up here, didn't we? No? 207. I could have sworn I went faster than that somewhere. I think this game's lying. But hey, we did lead 51 laps, so that's cool. And last but not least, laps completed. So Rudd, Harvick completed, looks like all the laps possible. Stewart and Newman both 1 lap behind them. Kind of fascinating to see that. This is not a strong stat for me. I'm pretty sure I was last in Season 1. Yeah, I'm almost last in Season 2. Third from the bottom on laps completed. Too many DNFs, man. Way too many DNFs. I mean, we're 350 laps or so behind Jeff Green, next closest driver. That is... So we completed 21:46. They completed 27:13. Oh, my Lord. Almost 600 laps I didn't complete. Yeah, we're going to have to clean that up if we're going to finish top 20 in points, that's for sure. In the manufacturer standing, Chevy wins the manufacturer title over Ford. Dodge gets third. Pontiac finishes dead last by a wide margin. Do have a couple of new crew members. Swapped out some guys from last year, and now gone with the best of the best, basically, in every position on the pit crew. So we got Kay Lewis here as our front tire changer. We got T. Leva as the front carrier. A. Hintz as the rear changer. T. Lovato as the rear carrier. J. Hintz as the jackman. P. Burns. That doesn't sound good. Probably should see a doctor about that. P. Burns is our gas man. Oof. And I Walker is the catch can man. So say hello to all these guys. Some of them are around last year, but some new faces as well. Spending a little bit more money, but they're all mid-70s overall or high 70s overall with really good ratings on them. I think that'll be helpful. On the builder side, no changes here. We can't be spending all the money on our pit crew and all that just yet. We still got to get through this contract that doesn't pay out a ton of money and make sure our performance is still good. So not going to splash the cash here, but a good pit crew goes a long way. So we still got T. Lure, D. Oliveira, R. Brooks, and B. Nystrom on the builder side. But come on, pit crew. Y'all are getting paid good money. $9,000 a race. Imagine making $9,000 a race. Good Lord. When it comes to shop additions, this will be the next one that we do. The templates that'll give us plus 10 body downforce. We are saving up for that. Now, we go out and have a good Daytona 500 like we did in Season 2. Well, we'll be getting that, and we'll hustle that in 6 races. So that's really the goal. Get a good finish at Daytona and be able to rush this thing as quickly as possible and still have some money left over. But that'll go a long way in helping us. Plus 10 downforce will be huge. That'll help so much at these racetracks, especially the 1.5s. That'll be awesome because we already run well there as it is for most of them. Give me more downforce. Maybe that's where our first win comes from. All right, well, I guess that does it for everything that we can look at. So we'll start the new season and see if anybody retires. I guess that's one of the big things. So new season, reset your stats. Yep, we'll continue. Oh, boy. Retirements. No. Brett Bodine, he's gone. Kenny Schrader, gone. Bill Elliott, gone. Wow. So Kevin Grubb gets to take over the Hooters car. All right, y'all are going to have to keep track of this for me because Lord knows I can never remember who goes where. So Kevin Grubb now drives the 11. Chase Montgomery is now driving the 49. David Green is now driving the 9. That's a big step up for David Green. I'll tell you that right now. So what does that mean? We're going to get 3 rookies to take over the cars that those guys drove? Is that how that works? I guess we'll find out. And just to make sure there's no funny business or people suspecting that I'm changing the settings, here's the settings. Can only change them in the off season, and nothing's changing. 36 races, legend difficulty, 25% race length, normal damage, yellow flags are on. Locking it in. Okay? Okay. Well, all right then. Here we are in 2005. It is time for the shootout at Daytona. Not the Bud shootout because, you know, alcohol bad. So, yeah, we're ready to kick this thing off. I guess I got to put a paint scheme on this thing, don't I? Let's see what I can come up with. I spent a lot more time than I want to even admit making this paint scheme, but I had fun doing it. I'm pretty happy with the end result. Hopefully you like it too. Say hello to our challenger for the next 9 races. That's such a good-looking race car, man. I love it. I think it's great. The colors work really well. The contrast is beautiful. And yes, it is inspired by a certain iconic racing livery. Let's see how smart you are. Tell me down in the comments section below if you know what this was inspired by. I can't wait to see. At least one person's going to know. Come on, let's see. I know you guys are smart. Prove it. But that'll do it for this episode, looking back at Season 2. And now we set our sights on Season 3. We're going to run the Bud Shootout, or the Shootout. We'll do qualifying, we'll do the Gatorade Duels, and the Daytona 500, all in the next episode. It'll be a thick one, 5 C's thick. in that episode, so make sure that you're ready. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already, so you don't miss future episodes. You want to see how Season 3 starts and beyond. I promise you that. And I know there's a large percentage of you out there who aren't yet subscribed to the channel, so if you see that red box below the video that says subscribe, go ahead and hit it for me. It really means the world. And, of course, leave a thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy it. Share it with your friends if they're into this type of content. I appreciate that as well. All the support means the world to me. I've been having fun. I hope you've been enjoying these episodes. We're going to crank them out, kick ass in Season 3. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one for Daytona and the start of Season 3.